prayer of thanksgiving, Jesus said, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11:28. Are you troubled, disturbed, confused, dejected, hungry, hopeless, and so on? Jesus is saying to you today, come to me. I know what you are going through, and I am the solution. I have a way out. God alone has all the answers. As Moses says to us in today's first reading, He is a faithful God who keeps covenant and steadfast love for those who love Him and keep His commandments. Today we celebrate the Sacred Heart of Jesus, a heart which Jesus Himself describes as gentle and lowly. In today's gospel passage, Jesus is rejoicing and offering a prayer of thanksgiving to God for the success recorded by the 12 apostles whom He sent out to evangelize. Do you know why Jesus sent them out in the first place? When we read Matthew chapter 9 verse 34, Jesus saw the crowds and He had compassion for them because they were harassed and helpless like sheep without a shepherd. You see, Jesus felt compassion for the crowds. Jesus feels compassion because He has a heart that is gentle and lowly. It even gets better. Apart from merely feeling for us, Jesus is not a person who simply says, "Sorry, you," and then walks away. Jesus is always ready with a solution. Jesus sent out the 12, and when they returned, Jesus was overjoyed by their success. You see, to be compassionate comes from the Latin word compassion, with passion. So when Jesus is compassionate for us, that means He suffers with us. He feels our plight. You know, it is one thing to feel the plight of someone and not be willing to do anything to bring an end to that plight. You know how painful it can be when someone sees you in a terrible situation and the person says, "Oh, hey, sorry, oh," only for the person to walk away, and all you get is pity. Jesus pities for us, but it doesn't end there. Jesus always reaches out for a solution. Dear friends, the truth is that just as Jesus felt for these crowds, He continues to feel for us today. He knows that there will be more in such pitiable condition as these crowds. That is why in His prayer of thanksgiving, Jesus said, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11:28. Are you troubled, disturbed, confused, dejected, hungry, hopeless, and so on? Jesus is saying to you today, come to me. I know what you are going through, and I am the solution. I have a way out. God alone has all the answers. As Moses says to us in today's first reading, He is a faithful God who keeps covenant and steadfast love for those who love Him and keep His commandments. Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 9. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. Apart from simply coming to Jesus, He wants us to take our yoke upon Him and to learn from Him. In a world where might is right, a world where people would rather have their way through violence and war, Jesus wants us to learn from His simplicity, His gentleness and lowliness. As He said, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." To Peter, who tried to fight on His behalf on the night of His arrest, Jesus said, "Put back your sword. For those who take the sword will perish by the sword." Matthew 26:52. Learning from Jesus entails learning to forgive others. This is the yoke that we have to bear. But as Jesus says, it is easier than we think. And it is the key to finding rest for our souls. As St. John says to us in today's second reading, let us love one another, including our enemies. For he who does not love does not know God. 1 John chapter 4, verse 7 to 8. Loving others is a natural implication of knowing God. If you have never loved, you would never know how God feels towards you. May God bless His words in our heart. May the secret heart of Jesus, ever loving and ever compassionate, touch our own hearts that we may love as He loves. We make this prayer through